Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. We are going to be cooking dinner together tonight and we're going to be cleaning as well. So we are going to cook some steaks, some asparagus, some rolls, and some mashed potatoes. So buckle up and maybe grab a pen to write this down and we're going to jump right into it. So I'm starting off with some red potatoes. I've got 6 potatoes and I just washed them off in the sink and I'm going to cut them into smaller pieces so we can get this into a pot. We're going to boil these and turn them into mashed potatoes. I like to leave the skin on when I make red potatoes, but if I'm going to make like mashed potatoes with russet potatoes or something, I will peel them first. But something about the skin on red potatoes in mashed potatoes is just really good. So I've got my pot of hot water here. We have an instant hot water dispenser on our sink, so I just start off with hot water, but hot water out of the tap works well too. I'm gonna get those to a boil, and I'm also gonna preheat my oven to 225 for the steaks. So while that's preheating, we're gonna work on some other stuff. So I've got my potatoes cooking on the stovetop. Now I'm just lining my air fryer with some tin foil, and I'm gonna work on getting my asparagus started. So I have a whole bushel of asparagus. I'm gonna snap the ends off of those. I'm just going to put some olive oil in there, and then I'm also going to use the Kinder's buttery steak seasoning. We don't like to use that steak seasoning on actual steak, but it's really good on chicken and vegetables from what I've found. Now for the steaks, we're actually using a recipe. If you guys follow Jaclyn Hill, her fiance Jordan has a cooking channel, and I'm gonna link his channel and his steak video down below. But Donnie really wanted to try out this recipe, and so we gave it a try, and I'm telling you guys, these are the best steaks we've ever had. You guys can obviously use whatever cut of steak you want, but Donnie went to Safeway and he picked up these top sirloin steaks, and that's what we used for this night. But I am just seasoning them with salt and pepper on all sides and pressing it in, making sure to get the seasoning on the sides also. So I'm just picking them up and kind of dabbing them on the cutting board where there's extra salt and pepper to be picked up. Now these are the dinner rolls we are using. They're frozen and then you thaw them out throughout the day, and I didn't pull them out soon enough in the day, so they were actually kind of small, but they turned out fine. So getting those in the oven, I'm starting my asparagus at 350 degrees, and those are gonna go for 15 minutes. Now we are getting the steaks started on the stovetop. So you're just gonna use a skillet with some olive oil, and then you're gonna sear the steak on all of the sides so there's a nice crispy crust. We actually could have done ours a little bit longer. Once we were done cooking them fully, we were like, we could have done those a little longer. But you're gonna sear them nice and brown and crusted on all sides, even on the sides, not just the big sides, but like the other smaller sides as well, which you guys will see Donnie sear those here in just a second. But my potatoes were done. Those cook about 10 to 15 minutes depending, but when you can stick a fork through them and they're soft and like you can tell they're mashable, that's when they're done. So you can see Donnie searing the sides of those steaks now, and I am gonna start working on the mashed potatoes. For my mashed potatoes, I pretty much do this every single time I make mashed potatoes, but I put 2 tablespoons of butter, any sort of shredded cheese, whatever you have on hand. Parmesan is really good, but I just had Mexican cheese on hand, so I went ahead and used that, and a little bit of heavy cream or milk, some salt and pepper, and some garlic powder. Just put all of that in and mash it up with a potato masher. Once we were done searing the steaks in the pan, we are transferring them to a cookie sheet, or you can do a baking dish, whatever. And we're using a meat thermometer that is able to like be in the meat, and then the timer is outside the oven like this. I have one linked in my Amazon shop that is similar, but we set the timer to go off when the internal temperature of the steaks reach 130 degrees. You can set your temperature depending on the doneness of your steak that you want. Jordan shares that in his video that I have linked. So we added a little bit of butter on top halfway through the baking, And once the timer went off, we are gonna pull those out and let them rest for 5 minutes. Once the asparagus is done, we've got everything ready to go, so it is time to dish up our plates. So Donnie is going to cut up some of the steak for the kids. And I'm telling you guys, this steak was so juicy and so incredibly good. So definitely be sure to check out Jordan's video and try out this steak recipe if you guys are meat lovers like us. The asparagus turned out super good with that seasoning. Definitely going to be making some more vegetables with that seasoning because it's really good too. But Donnie's giving a little taste test here. So good. We're going to get that cut up and get everybody's dinner served up. And I'll give you guys an after shot of what our plates looked like before we start eating. Dinner was absolutely delicious, and now we have a big mess to clean up in the kitchen, so that is exactly what we're gonna do. I'm just showing you the mess here, and then we are gonna get to work just getting all of the dishes done. There's things that need to be washed by hand. The dishwasher needs to be unloaded. The dishwasher needs to be loaded. The stove is a big greasy mess. That all needs to be cleaned off. The counters need to be wiped down, and then at the end I'm also going to be working on making the kids lunches because I do that every night on school nights, so you guys will get to see what I pack in their lunches for the next day. But for now I'm just going to let the music play and we're going to get to work cleaning up this kitchen.
Been feeling trapped down on the floor, I don't know what for, feels like I'm gonna lose. Silence takes a hold, I can't let it go. Chin up, no one knows. But I won't let the stormy seas throw me in open water. Let me have my peace and leave me till tomorrow. Wind into my sail, away from things I let go. Floating on the waves, we go bottoms up, we go all the way. When you're feeling down, push the pain away. We go bottoms up, we go all the way. And face that another day, we go bottoms up. So shaking through my car, left me in the cold. Chained to what I know, drifter on the road, take it where I go. But I won't let the stormy seas throw me in open water. Let me have my peace and leave me till tomorrow. Wind into my sail, away from things I let go. Floating on the waves, go bottoms up, we go all the way. When you're feeling down, push the pain away. We go bottoms up, we go all the way. And face that another day, we go bottoms up. We go bottoms up. Bottoms up. We go bottoms up.
All right, we've got a bunch done so far. Dishes are unloaded, and now I'm gonna load up the dishwasher, and you will see I have something on my butt, like a white fuzz of some sort. Obviously, I had no idea. This happens all the time, but don't worry. Donnie came to the rescue. He noticed and he got it off while I was doing the dishes. So I'm going to load up the dishwasher, and then I'm also making a pile of things that need to be washed by hand. We're going to get the dishwasher going. We're going to hand wash dishes. We're going to clean out the sink and keep moving on getting this kitchen cleaned up.
Oh, it's a little too late for your promises. Oh, no. We shared our hopes and dreams, nothing less. Oh, no. I acted like a fool and a believer, but I was bound to get up all night. You thought you found your little runaway. Oh, no.
I started to wash out this pan that we seared the steaks in, and it wasn't coming off very well, so I went ahead and just rinsed it off and then pulled out my Dawn Power Wash and sprayed it down with that, and I'm going to let it sit while I wash all the other dishes. And this helps so much to just break up anything that's like stuck on any of your dishes. It cleans so well. I even use it to clean out the bathtub and like our shower and glass shower doors. So many different things that I use that Dawn Power Wash on. The sinks in the kids' bathroom and our bathroom, and has a lot of different uses, and I love that stuff.
So break it down. I know it's hard for you to mention now. Oh, no. Sometimes you lose when you roll the dice. Oh, no. Oh, you played it cool, like a deceiver. I masquerade that so will be over. The time is coming now, I'll let you go. 'Cause I got to go. So let me tell you, you better sleep inside. You're going to the end of the line, telling me what's yours and what's mine. But it's hard to spot the kindest kind. Till you break it down, till you break it down. So my heart was at the lost and found. So hear me, what is mine is mine. Oh, it's hard to spot the kindest kind. You got to break it down, so you break it down. Oh, you play it cool, like it deceiver. I acted like a fool.
So I was getting ready to scrub out the sink, and I remembered I needed to wash out Berkeley's Bent-Go lunchbox container first. So I'm emptying that out. I'm going to wash this, and then we're going to scrub out the sink, and then we'll get started on packing up the kids' lunches for school the next day.
Down. So my heart was at the lost and found. Ooh, what is mine is mine. Oh, it's hard to spot the kindest kind. You got to break it down, so you break it down.
This love ain't yours for the taking. And baby, this heart can't tell what's right or wrong. I know that no love ain't real if something's broken. But I know that we both gotta know it's time to let go. In the end, it's only down to us. There's no love nor love. And I hate that I admit we're at the breaking point. At the breaking point, time to break it. Don't need no violent scars. It's not a false alarm. Before it's breaking us, let's face the breaking point. The breaking point. Face the breaking point. Just get it done. Face the breaking.
So I recently got the kids these little Bent-Go containers. They have different sizes for different ages. So I use these to pack their lunches. They fit in their lunchbox perfectly, and I just pack their lunch the night before, and then if it needs to be refrigerated, like if there's a sandwich or something in there that needs to be refrigerated, I'll just stick the whole container in the refrigerator overnight and then stick it in their lunchbox with a little ice pack for going to school the next day, so then their stuff stays cold. But each kid likes different things, so I just pack up what I know they're gonna like. And so they're having some little cookies, Ritz cracker, or not Ritz crackers, Cheez-Its in one of them, pretzels in two of them, some little fruit strips, And then I'm gonna do peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for 2 of them. And then I actually had to pull a new loaf of bread out of the freezer to thaw out because we were down to this one. So I only made 2 sandwiches on this night, but then the next morning I made the 3rd sandwich. So I'm gonna get those sandwiches made and get these lunch boxes put into the refrigerator and set out for the next day. I do have these Bentgo lunchbox containers linked in my Amazon shop for you guys. I recently went through my Amazon shop and updated a ton of stuff, so there's all sorts of stuff in there. If you're ever looking for anything that I have, you might find it in there. I also have tons of links in the description box that I try to keep updated with each video as well. Just in case you guys didn't know, there's all sorts of stuff linked in the description box. Hopefully that is helpful. But that is going to be it for this video, you guys. Done packing lunches and cleaning, and now it is time to go take off my makeup, put my hair up, and relax with the fam. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to leave this video a thumbs up if you enjoy these types of cooking and cleaning videos, because I do plan to make more, so I would love to know if you guys like them. But I am going to give you guys an overview of the kitchen. It is picked up and cleaned up, obviously, but we have dishes that are staying out overnight to dry. I will get those put away the next day. We've got lunch boxes out because we have school in the morning, and then everything else is wiped down and picked up. So like I said, that's going to be it for this video. Be sure to subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys again very soon in my next one. Bye.